So our story continues with the former third of the 5 strongest, Yomoshi, having suddenly emerged from the pyramid of power at the very last second, standing before, poetically, the first of the 5, Light, who he had just landed a devastating punch on. And talking of Light, he would not be impressed with the violent entrance, as with blood leaking down his chin now and some bruises, he would stare on seriously and say, "Now, this is a surprise. I came here looking for the God Killer, and not only have I run into Makoto, a Seraphim, and a demon, but now you too. What is this? Some kind of surprise party? You guys do know my birthday isn't until next month, right?" I see you haven't lost your sense of humor, Light. As a smirking back Yomoshi would just meet his eyes with his superior and respond, "Shouldn't be much of a surprise I caught you though. That's the same exact punch I always landed on you back in the old days. Back when you were my student."
Oh, damn. What?
And Light in response would just wipe the blood away to reveal a coy smile as he says back, "Yeah, the old days. A long, long time ago when I was at the bottom of the 5. But you know as well as I do, ever since I rose to the top, you couldn't get close to even landing a scratch on me. You've obviously improved to land that. Guess you must have popped out of the pyramid too, huh?" Yomoshi! But Goku would still just be surprised by the sudden appearance of Yomoshi, and the fact he was able to do what neither he nor Frieza could do, land even a single attack on Light, as he continues under his breath, "I haven't seen or heard from him in years. He's gotten strong, real strong. I couldn't see him coming, and neither could Light. He must have gone through his own changes in there. Yes, I have, young Saiyan." As suddenly, Goku would hear a familiar regal voice from behind. And of course, it would be Yomoshi, who with undetectable speed now appears straight behind Goku saying, "Long time. Looks like you've done some soul searching. Seraphim eyes, huh? Dai offered to train me in those arts too, but of course I refused. As a Saiyan, I have my own path to strength.
Okay.
One even greater than that.
Oh, wait,
How
what?
do you like mine?" As suddenly, Yomoshi would then reveal his own newly colored eyes. With their
Everybody's
own
getting color
design.
eyes, bro. What is
Yellow,
happening?
like a certain other Saiyans, but with a cross through its pupil. Whatever new form Yomoshi has gained, he has pushed the level of the Saiyans to an entirely new level. As he reveals, "These are the eyes gained when a true Super Saiyan God goes even further beyond, returning to his primal roots." Leaving Goku intrigued, as he too soon begins to realize the similarity between Yomoshi's eyes and Broly's, as he thinks, "Wait, that yellow, it's just like Broly's old Ikari eyes. I guess there was a level even above that. Man, who knew there were so many paths to power?" Before Yomoshi would then change his face back to one far more serious in tone, as he looks towards the 5th and lets out, "But regardless, listen up and listen closely. No matter how strong either of us has gotten, This guy right here will be no joke. Definitely too much for me to handle alone. Get up and stop watching from afar. It's going to take the both of us to even make him break a sweat. I'm going back to Vegito once this is all done anyway, so I might as well get an opportunity to make that brat cry one more time. To which Goku, listening, would then rise up himself, also looking seriously towards Light, and adding, "Yeah, I can tell. For someone who looks so young, he really is on another level. He just made Frieza look like he was nothing. I'm ready when you are. But remember, he needs to be kept alive, along with the Fourth." And just like
Okay, they're going full
the
power,
two
okay.
Saiyans split by centuries would power up to what is presumably their full power forms, with Goku now revealing his second Seraphim eye and unleashing his single angel wing, while Yamoshi transforms into some kind of ascended variant of his true Super Saiyan God form while maintaining his new yellow primal Ikari eyes, both their auras seeming equally as powerful from the outside. And as the two unleash monstrous
This
energies
is
that
crazy.
blow wind and debris everywhere, Light would just watch on. Before, when we zoom in on his face, he'd have more of a puzzled look than anything, as he mutters, "What's this now? 2 Seraphim eyes and a wing. So this mortal is far closer to completing the form than I thought. Ridiculous." Before then looking at Yamoshi and saying, "Huh, and it looks like that old loser picked up something new too. Those eyes look weird. Seraphim knockoffs, it seems." But with the observations done, Yamoshi and Goku would launch immediately at the young child with intensity. One down the path of the angels, and the other down the path of the Saiyans. And as the two would launch their attacks respectively, both would quickly be blocked by Light in either arm, his right arm blocking Yamoshi's kick, and his left blocking Goku's fists. And as the two would clearly be putting in their all, Light would just continue to smirk confidently, looking at Goku in particular, saying, "So you're a little faster. But do you really know how to use that divine power, kid? Maybe I'll teach you now." Before, just as he did against Frieza, Light
Bro,
would
what's
vanish
Light picking
immediately
favorites,
from
bro?
in between, leaving
Oh,
both
no.
Saiyans wondering where he would appear next, or where the next attack would come from. But unaware to Goku, something else more surprising was about to happen. What? As suddenly, Seraphim Goku would feel something strange go off within his mind and body. As he reacts, "Wait a second, my body, it's...
Whoa!
As unbelievably, in a shock turn of events, Seraphim Goku would then uppercut Yamoshi hard in the face, and seemingly through no choice of his own. What the? What's my body doing? As Goku himself would yell out with a shocked face, as his fist continues to rise into
Damn,
the air
Yamoshi
and
got
follow through.
slammed.
He
Yeah.
continues, "My energy is being controlled, but how? You son of a..." Leaving Yamoshi to land backwards on his knee and hand, damaged,
Oh my
angered, and confused as he yells, "Hey! What's the big deal? Have you not figured out we're on the same team now, you damn clown? As from his lip now, blood would begin to seep from that strike alone. Sorry! I really didn't mean it, I promise! As Goku, meanwhile, continues to just struggle to even bring his arm down, trying to explain to Yoshi, my body, it's moving on its own. I'm not doing this! It's happening again, look out! I can't stop this! As Seraphim Goku would then rush straight forwards towards Yoshi this time, as if the two were still enemies. Kakarot, cut it out! I can't! As this time, the two would then clash, grabbing onto each other's hands, with Yoshi still confused as to what is even going on with Goku, just as he is too. But eventually the duo would realize, watching all of this, pleased with himself, nearby would be Light. And when we have a look, he would be curiously waving two fingers in the air, and in the direction Goku is being pushed. As with a giggle, Light would not be able to help but explain,
their bodies or something, bro?
there's a reason I'm the 5th of the 5 strongest, and why Dai himself stepped down to let me take his place. I am Light, the embodiment of all pure energy in the multiverse, and I'm afraid, my friend, there is no purer than that of the angels. That means, kiddo, that your energy is as good as mine to do with as I please. At least, as long as your form is incomplete. A true Seraphim, after all, makes the form his own, combining it with whatever natural energies he has within. That's why no two Seraphims will ever look the same. But I guess we won't ever get the chance to see yours. As unbelievably, while the two remain deadlocked, Light would raise his hand above his head and nonchalantly just produce a strange energy projectile of unimaginable energy and concentration, as he whispers out, "Now, you two hold still. This will only sting for a second." Suddenly then launching the powerful unknown ball of energy towards them,
energy blast
as the
looks
two
scary,
would panic for their lives. What? Just standing frozen like two deer caught in headlights as their impending doom comes closer and closer before... I still can't move, Yoshi! You're an idiot, Kakarot! We die now because of you! And just like that, in one giant explosion, the two would be caught in an infernal of destruction, creating almost a round-bottom flask of explosion that shoots into the sky with almighty power. All the while, a truly joyous and happy-go-lucky Light would close his eyes and light up his mouth with a smile letting out. Now that's what I call a light show. I hope Zeno and Dai are watching closely. If you want a job done right, just rely on Light. And in the aftermath of the cataclysmic explosion, Light would just stand before a truly ginormous dust cloud that rises slowly into the air. But as time passes and the debris and smoke dissipates, eventually nothing would be seen left behind, with not a trace of neither Goku or Yoshi. Strange. Leaving the fifth puzzled as he wonders, maybe I underestimated those two. The Seraphim one, at the very least, shouldn't have moved. I wonder... Before suddenly, he would then begin to notice the presence of one of them. Here's another one I used to always get you with, brat! As
The nice one,
instantly,
Yomoshi.
once more, the legendary third of the 5 strongest, Yomoshi, would find a way yet again to land an attack on Light. This time, a devastating elbow. You! Sending the young warrior launching backwards as his neck snaps back and blood splatters out. But as he moves back, his troubles would not cease to end, as suddenly Seraphim Goku would cock back his own fist with rage and yell, "Try and control this one, Light!" But Light with a smile would just reply, "Looks like you've mixed in some of your own energy already, haven't you?" Yeah! Before Goku swiping his fist with confidence through Light's body would just miss entirely, as the fifth disappears even with his back turned. What? Leaving Goku annoyed at how even in that situation, he isn't able to do a thing, as he begins to doubt himself. Is he still controlling me? Maybe he slowed me down. No, not at all. But as Light would reappear in the distance, he would explain, "That's just your own pathetically weak speed. Seems to me you're a Saiyan like Yomoshi, and you've begun to already pollute the pure angel energies with your own. No matter, it's more fun to handle both of you myself anyway. Now come, let's make more and more light shows. I haven't had a battle like this in years." As the aptly named Light would continue
he's
his
having fun.
fascination
That's
with large
good.
explosions,
Okay.
powering up now 2 of the most extremely powerful energy attacks from before, 1 in each palm. Leaving Yomoshi to just switch stance and say, "Get ready, Kakarot. This time, we aren't letting those hit." As Goku, too, getting into position, would respond eyeing down Light. "Don't have to tell me that. Those are lethal. I hope you've got a technique that can keep up, Yomoshi, because I know I do." Ha! And to that end, Light would then begin his devastating attack, launching forward.
Bro,
as
why
he
does that energy
prepares
ball
to
look like
throw
Saturn a
both
little
energy
bit?
balls at the same time. Divine Destruction! As Yomoshi, screaming too at the top of his voice, would showcase a new technique of his own. And Kamehame! And of course, Goku would begin powering up his own signature Kamehameha wave, but while in his Seraphim form, it would take on more of a divine cyan color. And at the end of what was surely a humongous collision of power, only destruction would remain, as the heat of the explosions themselves begin to cause thunder and lightning to strike down, while smoke bellows upwards. Until eventually, we would see a certain Saiyan huffing and puffing in complete exhaustion. And once we got a better look, it would be revealed that he would be far from alone, as both Yomoshi and Goku are seen utterly near their last wits, both on one knee and covered in scratches as the thunder rages behind them. And eventually, Goku looking up, trying to address Yomoshi only, would then say, "Well, I don't know about you, Yamoshi, but this doesn't seem to be going well. It feels like he's just playing with us. I'm pretty sure if he wanted those energy blasts to be stronger, they would have been. To which a begrudging Yamoshi agreeing would say, yeah, he could have. I've seen this brat's true power, and trust me, he's just playing with his food at this point. But not for long. Sooner or later, he's going to show his true cards. Before Yamoshi would then stand up tall now, done with his rest, and look down to Goku continuing, and I will be ready for them. I still have tricks up my sleeve, and I hope it's the same for you, young Saiyan. I'm going to get serious now. If you can't keep up, just cover me. But don't expect me to save your hide. You better hope Vegito comes out for that. But as Yamoshi would finish saying this, Goku would begin smiling with a slight giggle, whispering, "Oh, don't you worry about me. I don't need Vegito or you." As pushing himself up off the ground, he would add ominously, "I've still got a level to go myself. I just really didn't think I would need it right now. But this guy, he really is a monster. I'm excited for when Vegito does finally meet him." As I would have expected from one half of the God Killer. As Goku smiling responds, "Hey, I'm my own person, Yamoshi. Remember, my name's Goku." And just like that, both Yamoshi and
Okay, so
Seraphim
Goku has
Goku
two
would
wings
power
now?
up to all new forms, with Yamoshi's hair actually shortening, while a second scar appears on his face from the other side, while Goku finally unleashes a second angel wing that sprouts from his left side, now finally completing his Seraphim form. Whoa! Yamoshi! But despite his own new form making an appearance, the curious Goku would be more enthralled and interested with Yamoshi's new look, as he asks, "New form? Above a true Super Saiyan God, huh? I didn't think it would be possible, the way you spoke about it. What's this one called?" To which Yamoshi would just reply coldly, "I don't have a name for it yet per se. But just know, it's not something an average Saiyan like you could ever obtain. Well done on betraying your Saiyan heritage for the teachings of the angels. I'll be sure to show you the error of your ways. Now, shall we begin, Kakarot?" As now with a smile and eager to continue the battle, Yamoshi would look to Goku. But standing in the distance silently would still be Light, who with a perplexed look would just mutter, "Wait, they both just transformed again. So they were both just hiding something? Playing with me?" As with an enraged look now,
He's getting mad.
breaking
Okay.
his usual cool self, he would add, "If there's one thing I don't like, it's liars!" As not wanting to waste any time, Light would then suddenly appear behind Yamoshi, launching a kick which is instantly blocked by a grimacing third. And now, back with a smile, enjoying the heat of battle, he would comment, "Not bad, old man." To which, grunting, Yamoshi would just reply, "I preferred you back when you were below my rank. At least then you were less mouthy. But as Light would listen to the third, suddenly he would feel someone grab his jacket from behind. And it would of course be Seraphim Goku himself. Yeah! Who would then instantly pull Light back and toss him away. Leaving the fifth to wonder. His speed and presence masking has improved. Since when could mortals master the Seraphim arts, let alone a Saiyan? Eventually then regaining himself in the air with his body before... Both Yomoshi and Goku would fixate their gaze on him too and... shoot off simultaneously, both with the singular aim of beating down the fifth. You two have gotten a little too cocky. But Light, still finding this unfazing, would... immediately block both attacks at the same time, just like before until... slamming both his feet onto both Goku and Yomoshi respectively in response, while elegantly flipping backwards at the same time. Straightening himself while commenting, "Did these transformations just change your appearance or something? I'm struggling to see any difference now, if I'm being honest." Damn brat! Triggering both Goku and Yomoshi, who remain in the air before... Show me what you can do then, Light! Goku, who just accepts the challenge, would rush straight back in, eager to show just what his completed Seraphim form can really do. But when Goku would slam his kick, Light would not only block, but also activate some kind of energy shield, one that looks mysteriously familiar to what he used to defend against Frieza.
Okay.
But undeterred, Goku would quickly then switch to powering up a concentrated sphere of energy in his left hand until... Blasting at full force and point blank, Goku would cover Light's entire body in a wave of divine cyan energy. Causing, of course, a sizable explosion, all before the eyes of Yomoshi, who watches on impressed. But it would seem Light would not be out for the count at all, as seemingly undetected by Yomoshi, he would then emerge right behind the third. Light! Only to be reacted by Yomoshi at the very last second, but seemingly a little too late, as the laughing fifth readies an elbow saying, "Wasn't this lesson number 1 you taught me, Yomoshi? Always observe your surroundings!" But almost instantly, almost interrupting, Goku's voice would then be heard saying, "Yeah, and it looks like you never learned that one." Huh? You! As Light would look behind and realize Seraphim Goku was doing exactly the same to him. Leading to Goku immediately backhanding the child warrior hard on his cranium, sending him careering into the far distance.
I wasn't expecting that, man. Goku.
Again,
doing pretty
to
good right
eventually
here, to be
scrape
honest with
all
you.
across the floor to stop himself. You're starting to annoy me! As an increasingly triggered Light, who is now visibly damaged on the side of his skull, would grab onto his bruised temple, with his other eye furiously aimed at Goku. I knew you were a problem the minute I saw you attempting to smite a demon! You may have stolen godly techniques, but you are still a lowly mortal! I I will prove it! As now with a vendetta against Goku,
Oh no,
rushed straight
Goku.
forward.
Goku, get out of there.
But just as he does so, Goku's Seraphim eyes would glow brighter, as if reacting on instinct. And talking of instinct, just as Light would attempt to strike, for once, it would be Goku that dodges perfectly out of the way, much to the surprise of the fifth. What? Leaving Light with wide eyes, just questioning reality, whispering, He dodged me! Immortal! Dodged me! But the surprises of Goku would be far from over, as near immediately after, Goku would then land a knee straight in the gut of Light, winding the young-looking warrior instantly before lifting both arms up and locking them together. Goku would ready himself to do the unthinkable on the fifth of the 5 strongest in the multiverse. Immediately then slamming with ferocity, both hands down into Light's backside, crashing him into the ground right below for a thunderous and rippling impact. I'm finally getting the hang of this. As Goku would smirk looking down, marveling at his own progress,
I think so, Goku,
as he
bro.
seems to get stronger and stronger, the more he utilizes this new form. With Light now mumbling in pain.
I mean, he has to
on
respect
his knees in the
Goku,
arm.
right? Has to.
And Yomoshi just observing in shock as he thinks, impossible. Kakarot, I think he won that little exchange against Light. Damn it! Damn it all! As now raging at his shortcomings, Light would begin striking the floor with a crazed look, screaming, How could I be beaten? How does something like this happen? Now look what you'll make me do! Look at the darkness you will force me to unleash! As suddenly, Light himself would begin to power up and take on a transformation of his own. One shockingly that causes his once pure white appearance to suddenly become polluted with a pitch black darkness that seeps into his left eye and into his hair too. Wait! This transformation, for some reason, however, completely shell-shocks Yomoshi, as with a more shocked face than we've ever seen from him in the series, he would add, No, I thought he would show some of his cards, but this is too much! He's letting too much of that darkness come out! This is not good! Huh? But meanwhile, Goku would just be left confused as Light's body would suddenly then disappear. As immediately, just as this would happen, Goku would sense a sinister dark figure behind him. But before he can even muster a thought, he would be struck by the covered in
so
lightning
Goku
figure,
beat
and sent flying
Goku beat
far
Light?
into the distance
Well, for a second.
crash landing.
Now he has some darkness.
As floating in the air would then be revealed Light, but with a far more dark appearance, both in look and mannerism, as he remains completely silent like a robot. Until finally, letting out with his new black eyes and half black hair, you've got some nerve, mortars. Before quickly then lifting up his palm and powering up what looks like an unassuming ball of pure black energy. Just saying finally, you die here, fake angel. firing off the completely dense ball of energy instantly. As Yomoshi, watching on, knowing this is likely the end, just screams, "No! Kakarot!" But ultimately, the screams do nothing, as in the wake of Light's attack, a truly cataclysmic explosion takes place. Damn it! I knew this was bound to happen! With Yomoshi only able now to cover himself from the wreckage, as only clouds now remain where Goku once was. Light, meanwhile, would just remain watching silently, as if trying to confirm his kill. But unbelievably,
he lived.
Goku would still remain in one piece. But it wouldn't seem as if he had actually blocked anything, as when he moves his arm down, his confused face would just whisper, "Wait, what happened? I'm alive?" Yes, you're alive, Kakarot. As shockingly, the truth is then finally revealed, as standing there each with an arm up and in base form no less, Vegeta and Broly emerge from the
Wait, they blocked that in their
power,
base forms?
having saved Goku, with the Prince just looking to his fellow Saiyan and letting out, "We'll take it from here now, clown." Finally, the Prince of all Saiyans has made his comeback, but could it truly be with a power that even trumps Seraphim Goku?
This was another fun episode. Unfortunately, we didn't have any Frieza this time to make me laugh. I mean, I did laugh quite a bit in this one, but not as much, I think, as the last one. But this was fun, man. This was a fun episode. I'm gonna rate this one probably like another 9 out of 10, right? Like, it was fun. It was cool. You know, we saw some new forms. Goku was being a savage. Light. I mean, to be honest, I think out of all of the strongest in the multiverse fights, I think Light so far is my favorite. Just like so far right now. Like, I don't know, he seems like he just seems like chill. Like he just seems cool, right? Like, I don't know how to describe it, but he seems like the chillest of all of them, right? Like, yeah, you know, I have to beat you, but like I'm still like chill though, if that makes sense. That's how I feel like Light is. But thank you guys for watching. Of course, I will see you guys in the next one. And peace out.